Good morning, YouTube. It's Derek. Okay, so this is my opinion on abortion. It's not a fact, it's my opinion. And you'd be surprised where I'm at with it. Like I said, I'm never left or I'm never right. I'm always in the middle. Like, I always try to find a way for everything to work itself out. That's just how I am. I'm neither hot or cold with it when it comes to things. So this is what I feel. I'm not gonna make a long video. I'm basically going to say that I had an experience to sit in on an abortion, and it was kind of it changed my perception big time. The fact that the doctor performing the procedure goes in and snips away at this little body inside the woman, pulling it out limb by limb, and then going in, because the skull sometimes is a little tricky getting out, so they have to crush the skull and they pull it out pieces by pieces. In some cases, leaving fragments of it still inside the woman. To me, that's gross, and also that, like, it's scary just to sit there and watch them reassemble a little bitty human and then they discard of it. So that's where I'm at with that. I feel, so no one thinks that I'm like being one-sided about anything. I feel that abortion should be an option. And here's where I stand when I say an option. Let me elaborate. I feel that if someone is 18 and under, or under 18, meaning you're still in high school, still in middle school, you haven't graduated yet, you got to get an education, because without an education, you really ain't shit unless you're famous. I feel that should be an option. For women who are conceived through abuse, such as rape, I feel that should be an option, because let's just face it, it's not fair. I've seen situations. I know someone who had a baby through rape, and and God bless her heart, she's still, she's raised her child this long, whatever, but mentally she's still fucked in the head, because it's a constant reminder of the person that assaulted her. So I have to really tiptoe around this subject a little bit, because everybody's story is different. Now, people that are married, absolutely not. I don't feel that should be an option. Because when you marry with the assumption of starting a family. And if you both are working and you guys are career oriented, that's great. Don't be selfish and be like, you know what? Now it's not the time to bring a child in the world, but you both are successful and you both have means of taking care of a child and raising it. Okay. But like I said, to each his own. To each his own. But I do feel that abortion should be an option for those that are under 18 and those who are conceived through abuse or rape. However, do know how I feel about it and how I look at it. Like I said, I'm a realist. I say things of how I see it. A lot of people feel that abortion is murder. I don't see it as murder. I see it as an execution. So if people are like, okay, well, murder and execution are almost like the same. Yes, they are, but just the sound of it. You know what I mean? Just to me, the verbiage of it. I mean, and it is kind of like an execution. You're going in and you're exterminating a life. So that's just where I'm at with it. I know people want to know my opinion on abortions. I think it's absurd for these states to ban abortions, because so many people in a lot of different places are complaining about, oh my God, this and that, and woodsy bam. But you know what? Sometimes life happens, and shit happens, and you know we make mistakes, and you know they get knocked up. That happens, you know. So I say that instead of being so like on this shit like this, why don't we like try to push sex? Or why don't we just bring back in sex ed into the schools? Let's teach sex education. We had it when I was in school. Now, I'm not trying to. I'm not going to sound like a. How can I put this? Because I became a parent in high school. Okay, so that's the reason why I'm not really trying to touch on any of this because I know it's a tricky subject, and everybody knows that like I'm very opinionated when it comes to certain things. But like I said, I see things in the middle. You know, I'm just like, okay, but I absolutely do not agree with banning abortions. Banning abortion, and then Alyssa Milano talk about banning sex. Girl, good luck. You talk about you want the world to ban sex like that. I'm not making this up. Look on the tabloids. She's in the press right now. She made that statement about banning sex because you know the whole abortion thing. Like, girl, that's not gonna happen. I'll tell you that. Sex can be had anywhere, anytime. Trust and believe. But I do not feel that it's right for any state to ban abortions. You guys, you know, there are countries. I know, I want to say China, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that they're only allowed 2 children. And I do know in history, from what I learned, if they had more than 2, the other ones were discarded. They were killed, executed. I call it execution. You guys call it whatever. I call it execution. This is you're exterminating the situation. But like I said, I'm not a history teacher, so I'm not fit to go off on a whim or nothing. I just basically wanted to give my opinion on this whole abortion and abortion law. So I'm gonna say it again in this video. I do believe abortion should be an option. I'm not against it, but I do believe it should be an option for those who are underage and those who have conceived through abuse, such as rape. So that's where I'm at with it. I hope I didn't offend anybody. I'm just speaking my own opinion. I have love for everyone.